Hey there, it's Diane Banks, radio personality and voiceover actress in Chicago, on Twitter every day at Diane_Banks. Let's follow each other if we haven't yet. Voice123.com/Diane Banks. Here's my demo, and here on YouTube, new videos for you all the time. And look where we are now. 782 subscribers. Thank you so very much. 433,000 views, a little bit over that, so doing really well, growing all the time. Again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Please keep sharing with your friends. And thanks again for watching. I appreciate all your views. Thought this was interesting. Some new things, some new updates going on in terms of Frozen at the theme parks, including the Maelstrom ride, which we've been hearing a lot about, and I have another video on that too if you want to take a peek. But this was from Huffington Post, their blog, and Jim Hill, who, if you're a Disney geek, you might have heard of. And it has some good information here. They want to avoid the mistakes that they made with the Little Mermaid ride. And for those of you old enough to remember, back when Little Mermaid came out in the 80s, they just didn't have enough merchandise. They didn't have enough little redhead dolls. They didn't think they would sell, and we're kind of seeing, at least in the beginning, the same kind of things happening with Frozen, where everything was sold out. And actually I have another video about that too, where there were parents getting all upset over the fact that they couldn't find their Elsa dolls and things for the kids. It's in here somewhere. There we go. Disney Frozen Elsa shortage. So anyway, like I said, check out my other videos. But this is something they're trying to avoid this time around. So one of the ways that they're doing it is with the Maelstrom ride, which, again, like I said, I talked about a little bit in a previous video, but now they have some more updates for us on what's going on with that. Let's see. I want to make sure I get to the right spot here. I'll put the links in case you want to read all of this, but I'm just going to try to get to the good stuff here. For starters, the ride itself closes in a couple of days on October 5th. I'm taping this on October 3rd, so if you watch it after that, you're going to go, what's she talking about? But they are planning on closing it on October 5th, so just a couple of days. And the last guests will get off the boat ride. Then they are immediately going to gut that ride in the Epcot Show building, in the World Showcase Norway Pavilion, which is kind of sad if you're a Maelstrom fan like I was, that's going to go bye-bye. But I guess I got to put it someplace, and that's where they decided to put it. So if you hurry, October 5th, you can take one last ride maybe. I'm sure the ride lines will be extremely long. But anyway, here's what they're going to do. They're going to have it open for us by late 2015, early 2016, and I think this is a great idea. They're going to swap the entrance and exit, remove some of Maelstrom's post-show elements, which a lot of people complained about. They didn't like the movie and that kind of thing. So that'll give them a chance to lengthen the ride. The boats will travel farther, and it'll give you more time with Anna, Elsa, Kristoff, and Olaf. And I think that's a great idea. Very smart if you're going to replace it, to make it bigger and better and longer and no more movies. You know what I mean? Like the Norway movie. So let's see. Oh, and what they're going to do, because they've got 15 months to go, they are going to keep the First Time in Forever sing-along celebration that is up and running right now at Disney's Hollywood Studios, which maybe you've seen. So that's smart too. They don't want to lose anybody in the meantime getting upset. Where's my Frozen ride? Now here's something else they're doing. Starting next month in late November, the Snow Queen is going to fill in for Cinderella's shoes as the new host of the Magic Kingdom Castle Dream Lights show. The Snow Queen being Elsa, of course. And instead of the fairy godmother waving her wand and illuminating Cinderella's castle with over the 200,000 lights, you may have seen this before, it'll be Elsa using her icy magic, which, if you haven't seen it, this is what happens with Cinderella and her godmother. You can see she's doing the lighting over here, and she moves around, and you get the idea. She lights up the whole castle. So think about that. Instead of the godmother doing it, the fairy godmother, we're going to get Elsa to illuminate things. And I think that's a really smart update. Although I don't know how Cinderella and her godmother will feel about being replaced. At least in that part of the park. Then there's more things, and like I said, you can read more about these on your own time, but I just wanted to get to the good stuff. But the Once Upon a Time you've probably heard about that started last month. They've got the Frozen book, the Random House book, which I tried to find some illustrations for us to look at, but all I found was this one from the cover art. So I don't have any more on that. Maybe you'll see some online. I couldn't find any, but Bill Robinson's the artist there, Erica David the author, and you may be interested in those books. That's coming out from Random House in January. And then what else? Oh, this was cool, I thought, too. Well, you know, they had the Making of Frozen TV special, which you might have watched. That was really good. And they're working on a movie, too, a short movie, like a 7-minute film. Again, you know, to capitalize on all the fame, and we'll see all our favorite characters in that. Because if they think about it, if they spent the time to just do another Frozen 2, you'd be waiting forever. So in the meantime, they're going to make you happy with a 7-minute film coming up in 2015, spring of 2015. And then to wrap up here, I thought this was kind of neat too. In Hollywood at the Disney Studio Store in Ghirardelli, they did an Elsa animation cell where she's sort of 3D gone 2D. They wanted to see what she would look like if she was drawn, hand drawn, kind of the way, you know, Little Mermaid was, being the last hand drawn character. So they did this. It's on display there, and you can actually buy it. Now this photo, I don't think it looks so great, but on Facebook, he has his own Facebook page on her and a lot of other projects. But I thought she looked much better. You get a better idea of what she's like, sort of 2D. And he said, "Isn't she pretty?" Well, this is our newest piece, Elsa from Frozen, soda fountain next to El Capitan Theater. If I have to say so myself, it's a pretty piece. The photo doesn't show her glittered veil. I've had blue nails for weeks. So he really worked hard on that. And then the other last thing here before we wrap up is if you actually wanted to buy this, you can go, of course, again and see it on display out there in Hollywood, or you can buy it. $325, limited edition of 150. Price-wise, I don't think that's too bad for a hand-inked limited edition, especially since there's so few. But it shows you here she's 9 inches tall. The icy sparkles and snowflakes on her cape are hand airbrushed, as is her two-tone dress. And it goes on and on to tell you more about how they did this. Really pretty cool. You know, might be a nice Christmas gift if you have a lot of money. Or maybe we can just go look at it someday at the Hollywood store. But that's kind of neat, and I thought there's some really good scoop here on a lot of the projects coming up, including the changes to the Maelstrom ride. So like I said, if that was something you loved, you got 2 more days to go on the ride before it's gone. It's Diane Banks, Twitter, Diane_Banks, voice123.com/Diane Banks. Here on YouTube, new videos for you all the time. Please continue to watch them and share them. And yes, subscribe. And have a great day. Talk to you soon.